I made a vow before God that before I ever take the Lord's Supper, I would pray and sincerely ask that he would be merciful to them the way he's been merciful to me. I don't want what I deserve. The unlocking of my heart in this issue, and I've had some tough ones, is to say, when I look at my sin, when I look at what I've done, do I want justice? I want mercy. And oh God, then how can I receive your mercy and not give it away? I don't want to give it away, but I've got to. And so then I pray every Lord's Supper, Lord, will you bless them? Will you encourage them? If they're sometimes the people who've hurt me the worst, at least call themselves Christians. Only God knows if they are. And I pray blessings on them. There's people that I've prayed for over 2 years. I've taken the Lord's Supper for over 2 years, and before I take it, bless, pray. And then you hear something about them. And when you hear something about them, because you're a good, sophisticated, evangelical Christian who really love God, and you hear something good happens to them, your immediate reaction is, ooh. And then your facial reaction is, oh, that's great. I'm glad John and Mary are doing well. Right? I mean, you're praying God will bless them, but you rejoice when they're getting, quote, what they deserve. Step 1, forgive, a choice. Step 2, forgiving, process. And every time the emotions come, you go back to it, often many times a day early on. And then you develop some structure and routine. Forgiven, you meet the person or you hear something good about them, and your instinctive gut reaction is you actually are happy that their life is going well. You actually experience a complete releasing. And you know what you know is? Then you're done praying about the Lord's Supper. I had just an experience actually in the last 2 weeks. It's a long story, a long history, and I knew I would be in a place with someone that had wounded me very, very deeply. And I knew that I was going to see him, and I was wondering. I've been praying, blessing. And the night before, when I was at this event, I knew he'd be there. I was wondering, I wonder where I'm at. Am I here? Or am I going to have to go all the way back to here? Well, I'm going to choose to forgive him. God, my emotions are back to... And it was just, it doesn't always happen this way. But I just have to tell you, I remember seeing him, and my gut reaction was, there was a smile on his face, and because of some people he was with, I knew that the blessing of God had been upon his life, and my immediate reaction was joy. And I went over and authentically, not in Christian fakery, oh, bless you, I hate your guts, but you know that one. I hugged him, and it was from my heart, and I just remember thinking, I'm free. God. It's supernatural. We're talking about supernaturally responding to evil. The first step in blessing them is forgiving them. Then the second is identification. Notice it says, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. In context, that's how you respond to these people.